From our studios here in Freetown, hello and a hearty welcome to the national news here on Star Television Network on Channel 21. With me, Hassan Koroma. First, the headlines. The Deputy Mayor of the Freetown City Council, Usman Tulu Koroma, appeals to traders to desist from displaying their products outside their business centers or on footpaths, which, according to him, hides the beauty of the city and undermines their effort to beauty the city.
Result of how the Kisi Road don't beat today to win. And Kisi Road is part of Freetown. And Kisi Road is the face of Freetown. Because everybody who are moved, you want to go out of Freetown, you pass, you use Kisi Road. You want to inside Freetown, pass, you use Kisi Road. And Kisi Road, now they do business day. And you have business that they follow the business at Kisi Road, not become a nuisance to the public.
The Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, together with women in the media, said Sierra Leone and Irish Aid have engaged media practitioners aimed at popularizing the gender equality and women's empowerment policy.
Events to make a statement as president of the Parliamentary Female Caucus. Today is an auspicious day that made SLAJ to work in synergy with Windsor to call us to attend this workshop.
Those were the headlines. And now for the news in details with me, Hassan Koroma. The Deputy Mayor of the Freetown City Council, Usman Tulu Koroma, has appealed to traders to desist from displaying their product outside our business centers or on the footpath, which, according to him, hides the beauty of the city and undermines their effort to beautify the city. Moses Ojukamara tells us more.
Trade in Sierra Leone started since 1672 by the Royal African Company, which established forts on the island of Bonds and York for trading because of the emergence of the slave trade, where human beings became the major commodity in the market. Over the years, trade has evolved, and unlike other cities across Africa, Freetown has a large population engaged in petty trading that often tends to block the footpath and cause traffic along roads. Deputy Mayor Usman Tulu Koroma described the situation at Kisi Road as an age-old problem because of the lack of leadership among traders. He said this has been a major impediment to their desire to beautify the city.
As a result of how the Kisi Road don't beat today to win. And Kisi Road is part of Freetown. And Kisi Road is the face of Freetown. Because everybody who are moved, you want to go out of Freetown, you pass, you use Kisi Road. You want to inside Freetown, pass, you use Kisi Road. And Kisi Road, now they do business day. And you have business that they follow the business at Kisi Road, not become a nuisance to the public. And we as a council, now responsibility for making sure we control the way and manner business is displayed at the city. For make sure say we put strict measures in place, for make sure say compliance within the act, within the laws, how we have to move. Not to that, but kind of pass at the roads there because all man go to for the moment, not so. So for that reason, the way and manner how they place now we as in the street at the front of the Kisi Road will be a serious cause for alarm. And if we are really with the council, we say we development plan entitled that transform Freetown. If we transform Freetown, we don't go to transform Freetown without Suna. And we say we go for see every now and then that we go arrest Suna, hold and load them, carry them, go lock up. Some go lost, some no go see all all them now. Listen, that atmosphere is going to be a very good atmosphere.
Alfred John Simbo, Director of Operations, Freetown City Council in charge of the municipality, said ignorance of the law is no excuse, thereby pointing out that they are acting in accordance with the Street Trading Act.
But now, I want to let people know, say, when you expose the goods, Section 3 CY of the Freetown Trading Act, cap number 70 of cap number 6 of 1960, we give you that power for arrest you when you pull the market from inside your shop, put on a door. The reason Kimeko will go some side, you can see some man will let you say pull and put her inside. But there is a law waiting for them in a day. Again, you get under the same Street Trading Act, you get cap 70 of 1999. We talk about that again. Then you get the Freetown City Council bylaws. We talk about that again, exposing of goods. All down there, they under say you know for pull the market from inside the shop, you put on a door. Especially when a shop you get. You another shop, they say who side first in the worker, no put the you line, go behind. But today, see now say today, we bother with sister them because of some mine shop small, so I can get bigger shop. You can get bigger space again behind. Instead of you say, okay, me like try for talk to city council. My business what they do, if I not expose them, you know go sell. But some man they do it with impunity. Instead of you pull one sample, you go pull all things, you go to some man shop. I go bet me the first estate now, then go to Kisi Road, go see some man shop. He empty inside. Boy, you come outside, he display all things I do. Generator, foam, plasmas, bikes, bicycles, all. But we are like how the municipal tradesman say, now we are on a win-win situation. We got for Sidon and the going board. When I do with this one now, let me see how we can address things here. The issue of the dirty, I will tell Mr. Beckley say, me don't arrest people in Kisi Road, but who when a shop owners then, when they take dirty, go put outside, not for putter.
The meeting climaxed with the formation of an interim task force that was unanimously approved and demarcated implementations of bylaws at Kisi Road into 4 zones. The interim task force called on the council to strengthen on the council's bylaws that will serve as measures for compliance.
We no go against the rules where we go don't agree on, and we self no go agree for go at the footpath or the worst for say we do na street. But the side where we feel say now within the premises of the shop or the house itself, that's why the Lake City Council allow we and give it demarcation to it. Then we back, if this don't happen, we they make sure say the side where they don't demarcate, anybody will go out of there. This task force they act against the person. Then if the person fail, we they call city council right away.
The people are really good at it. Nobody in our shop they know they really good at it. The people in the booth. 10 o'clock na net to 6 o'clock na morning. Anything again they can do up they do it. I get one guy in number where my council where go give me number when I have. See anytime I see people they like call me or old one. But then when they work in kind of shop, I want them 9. See nobody. I don't call, I don't tell her. Even this morning before they left, they say factor. Meet plenty dot to that my junction. Now I call her. You get the patient, anytime I call her, they send that cycle can clear. If now people they don't able get where they live from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning, they able know the people where they told that dot in my junction.
For Star News in Freetown, I am Moses Oju Kamara.
The Sierra Leone Association of Journalists and Women in the Media, in collaboration with Send Sierra Leone and Irish Aid, have held a one-day workshop on the popularization of gender equality and women's empowerment policy to media practitioners.
In all areas of life, equal pay, equal sharing of unpaid care and domestic work, an end to all forms of violence against women and girls, and healthcare services that respond to their needs. The government of Sierra Leone went a step further to celebrate women's leadership as the foundation to democracy and the development of Salon. And we want to congratulate His Excellency Dr. President Julius Maada Bio and Honorable Manti Tarawali, Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, for their commitment to GIWI. In her interview with RFI, and I'm pronouncing in French, UN Women's Regional Director for West and Central Africa estimates that if the current trend does not change, we will have to wait until 2150 to expect any equality in gender.
The media plays an important role in popularizing documents of such, and the more reason why the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, SLAJ, in collaboration with Women in the Media, WIMSAL, were supported on this very important event. The day was also used to call on the media to act independently to also hold duty barriers to account. Joseph Ayanga is the country director of SEN Sierra Leone.
And I'm sure most of you are aware of that. We are an organization that is very serious about women's participation in decision making. We have a track record of that, and we want to continue like that. But as we have always tried as much as possible to incorporate in our trainings, our support to women, we tell stories. And those stories, they keep us thinking. And today, I would like to give you a story that I have told so many times.
Sierra Leone faces several problems regarding various forms of sexual violence, including domestic violence, sexual assault, rape of adults and minors. The voices of Sierra Leonean women still remains low, despite women account for 52% of the country's population. Their voices, visibility, participation and representation in elective and appointment positions remain very low compared to men. With the jury policy and when it will finally become law, most of these challenges will become a thing of the past. For Star News in Freetown, I am Mayama Sheikh Matumansari.
You're still watching the national news here on Star Television Network on Channel 21 with me, Hassan Kouma. Janet Thomas, Chief Executive Officer, Jansi Rescue Mission, as a gesture of goodwill, has donated food and other assorted materials to the Joint Medical Unit at 34 Military Hospital, describing the path to transforming the hospital as a feat of accomplishment by the management of the hospital. Moses Oju Kamara takes up the story.
The Joint Medical Unit, otherwise known as the 34 Military Hospital, has existed for decades, providing health care for relatives and siblings of serving personnel, including members of the public. The hospital, under the command of Dr. Stephen Silverlee, is currently undertaking major infrastructural development, including rehabilitation of road network and improve on their service delivery that will change the entire healthcare service delivery narrative of the 34 hospital. Janet Safiatu Thomas, Chief Executive Officer, Jansen Rescue Mission, is a living testimony and had positively benefited from this change. She shared her experience while donating assorted food and other equipment to aid the transformation drive of the 34 Military Hospital.
Okay, we came like 12 a.m. in the morning. One of my niece was sick, and then we got a very, very good attendance. I was here till 3 a.m. and everybody was so busy. Like, she passed out. We were working hard to get her back. And with all the experience I have, I thought it fit so that I can give back to the hospital some medical uniform. Because I saw some of them have the scrubs on. I know it will reduce good for them.
Upon receiving the donation on behalf of the medical staff of the hospital, the commanding officer, Joint Medical Unit, Colonel Dr. Stephen Silverlee, expressed his appreciation for the gesture, adding that these actions will aid in boosting the morale of staff at the hospital.
In Sierra Leone, services are not perfect, but I know that at 34 we are doing our best. For you to come at AM hours in the morning, you told me 12 AM and 3 AM. I think that is something that is inspiring to the nurses that are working here. On behalf of the staff, I want to appreciate you. Thank you very much.
It could be recalled that the 34 Military Hospital is becoming renowned for the control of infection and had demonstrated the capacity during the Ebola virus disease outbreak as well as the COVID-19 pandemic. For Star News in Freetown, I am Moses Oju Kamara.
The Bo District Student Alliance, BODSA, has on Saturday, March 6, 2021, officially been launched in Bo at Olive Skating Services, Tawama Highway. The occasion was graced by stakeholders, schools representatives, journalists, and members of BODSA, respectively. Here is highlights of the event.
When speaking during the launch of the Bo District Student Alliance, the keynote speaker of the launch, Engineer Joshua Kamanda, underscored the need to have unity, noting that BODSA should imbibe the concept of empowerment and monitorship at the center of its operation.
This keynote idea, and I'm going to make it very brief. I want to talk on the topic sharpening one another. In other words, helping one another. You look at this program, you look at BODSA, the entire idea behind BODSA is to come and empower one another. If you don't dare so, run away the yard, you need to empower them. And that is the way we grow up together. Many go school there, attend both school, attend cities there, grow up where finish in A-levels and then the country. Go England, completely go to the US. But I mean, what I don't discover over the years is we lack role models in our societies. Many times people don't go to help, they don't go up alive, and they don't really don't perceive who other people help. Today, I want to employ number one. If BODSA help us sharpen one another, we refuse from self-center. Here I mean very well, students here, young folks here, refuse to be self-centered. In other words, you don't be selfish. You got a responsibility to care for the one that we under you.
Alhaji Daifan, a lecturer at the Chala University, emphasized the need for BODSA to be inclusive in their approach, stating that they need to capture every fact of the student body. Alhaji Daifan furthered by calling on the current leadership of the BODSA to look back into some of the reasons that leads to BODSA being defunct for long, adding that they should use such findings as learning curve.
What to be done now? There must be enough an assessment that should be a baseline study. The first and foremost, waiting the possibility, also in the non-puncture. So if I get reasons, when I will able to use them as strength for make when I able to revise and move forward with this BODSA. One of such factors might be segregation. One of such factors might be supremacy also. Just like what the man far away, when I invite them from America, is years in the talk. Is it about when I get for shopping, when I help one another. Nobody know the way in an island. In other words, you are completely independent.
The president of the Bo District Student Alliance, Tamba Safa Gainga, during the visit to our studio, said that the rekindling of BODSA is historic, adding that they shall now be focusing on their work plan, which includes furthering student unionism, quality education and monitorship, and establishing branches of BODSA in all campuses in the country.
Of great might and of great enthusiasm to be together to talk of student unionism, youth empowerment, to promote quality education in the area of our district. And I'm so happy that we have launched this organization so that we can see the way forward, so that we can see the success of student unionism, also to promote quality education in our district and to help to fight against gender-based violence, teenage pregnancy, and other areas that might be of disastrous to students. So I'm very pleased as a president that we have launched this wonderful organization to impact life and to impact our districts as a whole.
The launch was climaxed by the chairperson of the launch, Commissioner Patricia Ganda, lauding the Bossa for what she called blazing a very good trail for others to follow.
This is all we have time for in our national news here on Star Television Network on Channel 21 with me, Hassan Kuruma. Thanks for watching and do stay with us for the very best.